1. 2 months ago, I came across an advertisement put out by a posh shopping mall for bargain shoppers. In a band at the top of the ad were the words "Shop till you drop." I couldn't help noticing what an apt and ironic summing up this was of the media-driven mania of mindless consumption that characterizes our lives in these dawning years of the globalized 21st century. 2. Never before in human history have people all over the world bought and consumed such a bewilderingly diverse array of things on such a vast scale. And the surprising thing is that most of the merchandise is absolutely unessential to human health and happiness. Just 100 years ago, our ancestors would have found it hard to believe that artificially colored, flavored and sweetened water would be sold in billions of plastic bottles and aluminum cans as a thirst-quenching drink. Imagine their shock if they had been told that this drink has absolutely no nutritive value, but rather has a damaging effect on the digestive system and the bones. These sellers of colored, sweetened water are giant multinational corporations with revenues measured in billions of dollars, bigger than the combined GNP of nearly a score of the world's poorest countries. There are parallel success stories that can be told of the purveyors of cigarettes and liquor, hamburgers and fried chicken, cosmetics and fashion wear, a seemingly never-ending list. 3. Equally unprecedented in the world's history is the size of the machinery of persuasion that has been set up in order to generate demand for this profusion of consumables. Without a doubt, global advertising today is the biggest and most sophisticated thought control project ever undertaken. Some statistics reveal the true extent of this phenomenon. Global advertising expenditures, according to Benjamin Barber, in his book Jihad vs. MC. World 1995, rose sevenfold from 1950 to 1990 from a modest $39 billion to $256 billion. Barber adds that per capita global spending went up from $15 in 1950 to nearly $50 in 1996. One single company, the hamburger giant McDonald's, spends more than $1.4 billion each year on advertising. All these figures are huge indeed and getting bigger all the time. 4. It is obvious then that unimaginably vast amounts of money and enormous resources are being spent worldwide in an all-out effort to persuade people to become buying machines incapable of figuring out how much of all that stuff they really need. Shopping has become more than a need. For increasing numbers of people today, it has become the chief form of entertainment, an obsessive compulsion they have little control over, and very often an end in itself. In a recent survey conducted in the United States, it was discovered that most Americans spend roughly half their leisure time watching television. And the other half? No marks for guessing. At the shopping malls, of course. The connection between the two activities is self-evident. Five. Until a decade or two ago, we Indians were relatively unaffected by all this. Not any longer. At least for the upper middle classes in India, the high-consumption lifestyles of their first-world counterparts is now well within reach. And they take to it like ducks to water. Luxury houses bursting at the seams with every imaginable material blessing are no longer rarities. For everyone whose definitions of the good life are premised upon the abundance of material possessions, the times have never been better. 6. The deep irony then is that while pockets of private prosperity are growing, there is an inexorable impoverishment of the resources that belong to the public realm. There is thus an amazing variety of sleek new car models to choose from, but the roads in our cities are in pretty bad shape and getting worse. Fashionable luxury resorts for the affluent are coming up everywhere, but lung spaces for public use, parks and playgrounds, are shrinking. Henry David Thoreau, the 19th-century American philosopher, observed, "Superfluous wealth can buy only superfluities." Money is not required to buy even one necessity of the soul. One can only hope that humanity can muster up enough soul force to contain the damage caused by unrestricted consumerism, lest we really shop till we drop and nothing of value is left standing on our beloved Mother Earth.